again while we meet. Today, tonight I'm gonna talk about very good subject to mine. Let's talk about Sweden and the oppression of Finland. As you know, Sweden started a crusade in the medievals. Actually, the 1236. So about, let's count, almost 800 years ago. Yeah, that's a long time. And usually, Finnish people can hold a grudge very long time. They didn't oppress us, but still they held us in their grasp for us not to develop our own culture. They spread their Swedish language, the Swedish pussy ways, the Swedish culture. We have Swedish foods, we have Swedish dances, Swedish dresses, Swedish ways, Swedish words, and so forth. And when Napoleon in 1815 lost the Battle of Waterloo, and Sweden lost the Finland territory, the Russians, in the Napoleon Wars, that was then when he started really hating the Swedish for us getting down. Because they used us in many wars, as in 30 Years' Wars, as Hecapelites. We were the great warriors of that time. Even the Pope, even the Vatican feared us. And then the Swedish just abandoned us. They ran away as Swedish they are, as faggots and gays and cowards. That they are. They can do good job with the IT maybe, but in their hearts they are cowards. End of story. And they left after the Russians, and the Russians are the second, well, I don't know, we could say that the Swedish and the Russians can hold the same stage, like the first place, like share the first place. I don't know, maybe hard to say. Well, yeah, they can share the first place, but really they get, like, they left for us, the Russians, and they started really oppressing us. They killed us. They stole our woods. They stole our forests. They made us change our language again from Swedish to Russian, which is very hard enough. And during the 1800s, there's some dust on my keyboard, sorry. They wanted us join the Crimean War, and most of us didn't want to join, so they fled the country. Well, actually they were put in some kind of detention centers, or they were killed or something else. But then in the end of the 18th century, sorry, the 19th century, I was confused with the centuries and the hundreds, sorry. Difficult for me to remember all the English words because I'm a Finnish. Yeah, so hang on, what was years ago? Yeah, the Socialist Party emerged in the end of the 19th century because of Karl Marx and Engels started their utopian socialism dream. And everything can be shared, and everything can be, everyone can share, and blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. It's not gonna work, it's an utopia. End of story. So, This is so hard. This is so good subject to me. I'd go forever on this if I would have a real face to talk to me, not the camera. This is the face. Yeah. So in the 18th, 20th century, there were the Worker Party, as in the Reds, started emerging more and more. They started moving radical actions. There were kinda like wars, but not actually wars, but some kind of wars, like skirmish and stuff. But yeah, what else? Yeah. Well, the 20th century, they wanted us to. We were at when the First World War started. We were forced to either join the Germans by moving a secret route to the Sweden as students or some sort to join the fight against the Russians with the Germans in the Eastern Front. And after that, when the 1917 Finland, well, yeah, 1970 started the Russian Revolution, and the Finland came independence in 1917, and 1918 there was a Finnish Civil War, as in the Freedom War. There's so many names for it. One is the Freedom War and the Red Rebellion and stuff, like the Germanic armed forces, like more of the capitalism and socialist parties were against each other. Many people died, and in 1919 or 1918 the war ended, or 1990, I can't remember. Always skip that, guys. And they, yeah, but the Russians were mean to us in 19th century because they killed a lot of Finnish people because they didn't have enough money to buy, like, make food for their own country, so they ripped off the Finnish people from their lands, from their food, from their everything freedom they had. So I say, long live Finland and fuck other countries.